very bad.
You ain't gonna have no clothes to wash because the dog gonna eat them all.
Flies everywhere.
We live. I started the live stream.
You did. So.
Have fun.
They gonna see how old it is.
Oh, you said hi. He said hi that quick.
Huh?
How do you put hi in there that quick?
Oh wow.
I said our house looked like a headquarters.
Hi
of some
there.
store.
Right. Oh man.
Screens.
I know, right? I need that chair downstairs. Can you grab me that chair downstairs?
Which chair?
The computer chair in that room. That black computer chair.
Oh, alright.
Because this one. Hi, Augie. How are you?
Say hello.
We live, baby. Welcome to the channel.
Hi, Augie.
Hello, Augie. How are you doing? Augie OG. I'm sorry. Let me get it right.
Hey, be nice.
Welcome to my channel.
Alright, you may gotta open up your Facebook chat on like, your phone or something.
All
I'm
right.
trying to check and see if it is on Facebook. Let me see your profile.
I'm figuring out how to do all this, okay? So bear with me, please. And thank you.
I don't know if it's live.
You're good. Awesome, August. We live, baby. I don't see how to do it on here.
Right? Like, I don't even know where to find the Facebook. Maybe.
Here, the live.
Hold on, I had something open on here. I can check. So, take off with display capture. So, now we're only on the window. Stretch the screen. Okay. So, sub to the Floyds. Yup, sub to the Floyds. So now I'm gonna open up another window.
That's right, sub. And everybody's looking.
Move! Oh my god. He's just gonna get hit by the chair. There you go. Boom.
Oh boy, okay, let's go. Whoa, we gotta get another chair. Whoa, it goes back to the left, right, the other right.
Video. No. Where in the world do I even find? So I had something open here. History. They can't see any of this stuff. Onto here. They can't see it? Yep. Okay, we're good. And then that's important. They really not supposed to see that. So this is showing that we are we live? I don't know if we're live or not. It's showing us here. It's not live though. Create live video. Post on timeline. Complete post details. Type something. I don't know. Title. So it doesn't mean it's not posted yet. So we're gonna
Okay,
do
let's
this, maybe?
see.
We live, baby. I don't know.
Let's see it.
Alright, now tag group to promote it. So now it's like telling you can like put it group, boom.
You know there's 4 subscribers, right?
Oh really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I looked at it, I was like, wow.
I
4
like to put it to a
subscribers,
group.
thank you.
Okay.
We're trying to go live on Facebook as well, so hold on.
Post public. Done.
No, we're getting there,
I'm almost there. What's the Am I missing something? Oh, required. Wait, you gotta fill it both of them. Oh, sorry. And then type. No, it's the watch press or enter. You
Oh, I keep doing that.
type something now in the description. Anything. Yeah, don't press enter when you're done. Here. Save.
Okay, let's see.
Share the story. Okay. Am I missing? You are live. Yeah.
Okay, so now we gotta see where we are.
Why is it? Go live. Now I can press it. Video live is starting now.
Live video starting on Facebook. Let's go. You're now live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our channel.
So I guess now we can check the chat from your phone or something, but this is live. Okay, cool.
Now he's gonna leave me. I'm gonna freak out. Okay, so we're still here on YouTube. And once I get my wire for my screen, then I'll have two screens.
Man. So today we have Mr. Anthony here, and Mr. Anthony is talking to what he believes to be a 2-year-old girl. This man sent our decoy
cheese pizza,
unprovoked, unasked for, just sent straight up
cheese pizza.
to what my decoy said it looked like to be a 6-year-old. Our decoy then had to delete that image, obviously, and report it to the authorities, because if you don't report it, you know, my decoy could have got in trouble for that. So we came to find out that this man is a big time
cheese pizza
trader, and he also has a big collection of
cheese pizza.
I ran his telephone number through one of our databases, found out that this man does have Telegram and another app that a lot of
cheese pizza
traders use. We told him to meet us here. We're outside of a Walmart right now, and he is currently doing DoorDash. And my decoy told me that while he does DoorDash, he doesn't really talk that much. So we're gonna have to just wait and just hope and pray that he comes. But if he doesn't come today, we'll just camp out and wait. But we're gonna wait here until he gets here. Another thing that is very sad about this case is he talked about doing something with his daughter's friends. So just all the way around, this is a really sick dude. He lives in a house with a lot of kids. It's just horrible all the way around, man. But you know, we appreciate you guys supporting our mission and what we do. We are actually over 10,000 members on EDPWatch.com. That's right.
Over here, right?
Yeah, you just pause the video right there. You can search up Ellen Greenberg, but that's the tab that they're gonna see.
Okay, awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, leave me here for not too long, okay? Because then I gotta. Augie, are you gonna come live with me? Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
What are we gonna talk about first?
You can just say hello to make sure you announce like where they are too, because Facebook and YouTube.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live. This is Bear, Baby Bear. Huh?
Talk about bears.
Yes. This is August, my youngest. We want to say hello, Anna. Hello, Linda. Hello, everyone. We are the. That's not the water she was laying on, right?
Well, I got that chair downstairs.
I know. I took it. Sorry. I needed it. I needed it. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to my live, my first ever live. I am like nervous. I don't know why.
On YouTube.
But at least I have you guys here to talk to. I'm here live on Facebook on my phone, so you can talk, ask questions. Hi, Juanita. Ask me questions, but as you see on my screen, if you don't know, do you all know about Ellen Greenberg? Ellen Ray Greenberg. This is Ellen Ray Greenberg. She was allegedly the suspicious stab and death of Ellen Greenberg. So they opened it back up. Hi, Tamika. Hi, everybody. Where are you in from? Where y'all chiming in? Here in Houston, Texas. So Ellen Ray Greenberg, she was my son's teacher, and she was a good friend of mine. I spoke to her every day when I picked up my son from school. And when I found out she became unalived, I was taken back. I mean, I think a lot of people were, you know, they had a crazy memorial. They had a memorial at the school. I went to that. I actually met her mother, her father, and her fiance. Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
You need an introduce you.
This is Mello. She's down here coming in saying hi to everybody. Well, yes, Ellen Ray Greenberg, the case is being reopened again, and we can watch a little bit. I'm trying to see which one. Where's Gavin? I like Gavin, but I guess we can watch in a little bit and see what
This morning, we're spotlighting the mysterious death of Ellen Greenberg. On Monday, the city of Philadelphia settled 2 lawsuits with her parents following a 14-year fight for justice. The 27-year-old teacher was found dead by her fiancé. She had more than 20 stab wounds on her body. She was found in her Philadelphia apartment. This is in the year 2011. The case was initially ruled a homicide until it was changed just a few months later and ruled a suicide. But now, wait, not so fast. More than a decade later, we've got a jaw-dropping admission by the medical examiner that the manner of death in the case of Ellen Greenberg should be amended to other than suicide. Her parents have long maintained.
Oh, not too far down. Wait, go bring it up.
Live.com.
No more. Yeah, I'll take a slide.
They said something about suicide, which I never considered
Hey guys,
for
how
one
does it sound?
second. Never, ever, ever would she do that.
Never, ever, ever would she do that. First of all, it's impossible for Ellen to do that.
Hey,
It's impossible for anyone to humanly do that. She definitely. Hey, hey.
hey, you're allowed to say hey,
It's like somebody punches you hard in the stomach and again, and the air goes out of your lungs and you can't breathe.
These poor parents. Now the city of Philadelphia has agreed to reopen the evidence
Amen.
with the current medical examiner. So let's talk more.
There are so many corrupt people. I'm trying not to clear my throat. I need some hot tea. That's what I need.
Mom. It's the first time
sorry,
live
y'all.
on a computer.
Yes.
About this case. If you haven't heard about it, you need to hear about it. I want to bring in
Who?
someone who's been following this case for a
Oh.
long time before it started
Hi, y'all.
grabbing
How you doing?
national headlines just the last couple days. Retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffin.
Let me see if I can find the most recent one. My son, we were just watching one other day. Well, they reopened it because it's 5 months ago, 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 weeks ago. This is the latest one, but they reopened it. Let's go back. Sorry.
This morning, we're spotlighting the mysterious death. Ellen Greenberg. On Monday, the city of Philadelphia settled 2 lawsuits with her parents following a 14-year fight for justice. The 27-year-old teacher was found dead by her fiancé. She had more than 20 stab wounds
Impossible.
on her body. She was found in her Philadelphia apartment. This is in the year 2011. The case was initially ruled a homicide until it was changed just a few months later and ruled a suicide. But now, wait, not so fast. More than a decade later, we've got a jaw-dropping admission by the medical examiner that the manner of death in the case of Ellen Greenberg should be amended to other than suicide. Her parents have long maintained that the ME was wrong, and they spoke to PennLive.com. They said something about suicide, which I never considered for one second. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever, ever. She did not do it. Hi, everybody. Justice for Ellen. Yes. Yes, Ellen was my son's first grade teacher. And of course, she was found unalived in her apartment.
Would she do that?
It's like somebody punches you hard in the stomach and again, and the air goes out of your
Jennifer
We were right here.
Coffin-Defford,
Let's go
good
back there.
morning to you. So would you walk us through
The
the
Ethernet
story,
cord?
please?
Okay,
It's
I
my
know.
understanding Ellen Greenberg
What's
was
up, Bug?
engaged
How
and that
you
it was her
doing?
fiance who finds her and tells 911 that she stabbed herself.
This real... No, Bear, you can't do that. You got to watch it downstairs. What you trying to do? Watch it live? Oh, you have to turn it down because it's going to echo. Or you can watch it downstairs. No. Yeah, thank you. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. First time I live. I am going live. So I am on YouTube and on Facebook. But here,
Yes, it's a very interesting story to say the least. Essentially, Ellen was found by her fiance. Her fiance had said he went to go work out,
Yo,
and when
bug.
he returned, the door was locked. He says
lies left and right, left and right. The parents never even got to the apartment. I'm hoping you guys are following this because I'm going to be all over the place, just coming in and out, saying different things because we've been following this for 14 years, and finally, they opened it up that she didn't do it. She didn't do it to her. It's impossible. You know, how do you stab yourself in your spine and in your heart? How does that happen? Which one comes first? You paralyzed and then you it doesn't make sense.
he forced the door open, but the
I hate. So I'm sorry. I keep clearing my throat. I need some hot tea. I hate the. I dislike. Let me say. I dislike his story.
evidence does not support that claim. Determine what had happened. I think he even mentioned that she might have slipped. They asked him to give CPR, and he said, "Well, I can't give
Do I
CPR
have to?
because there's a
Hey,
knife
Elijah, how you
protruding
doing?
from her chest."
Hi,
So the
Gretchen.
911 call
Gretel,
is one of the
Gretel.
most absolutely unimaginable.
Can you imagine your only child and then you get a phone call that she unalived herself and she did it in such a way? I don't even think. I spoke to this woman every day. Every day she was at school, and I talked to her for a while after school. And the crazy thing is, when I went to the memorial that they had at the school, the mom and dad was there, and I walked up and said I'm sorry, and they were like, "Who are you?" And as soon as I said my name, she was like, "Your son is Elijah. My daughter talks about your son all the time." And it touched my heart because I'm like, wow, Ellen is really, talking about my family to her family. I know that Ellen loved the kids, loved my kid. She was an awesome teacher, awesome person. She didn't do it.
Call that you'll ever hear that does
Yes, I said yo bug. That's Junebug.
not make sense with the crime scene.
No, it sure doesn't. It sure doesn't, Jen. And we've been talking about the case this morning. In Florida, we're watching Colin Griffith's case where he's saying that his mom fell on the knife and that it pierced through her neck.
Horrible. Hi,
In this
Francisco.
case,
What's
my
up
understanding
going on?
is said the same thing to 911, that Ellen fell on
He said
the knife.
Ellen fell.
And we know that she had 20 stab wounds.
So he goes into the apartment. He sees her. So when you go right in the apartment and you turn right, the kitchen is right there. So he sees her sitting up against the thing. And he says, "Oh my God, she fell. She fell. She must have fell on a knife." Then he said, "Do CPR to her, First he says, "Do I have to?" Let me slow down because my brain is going a mile a minute. First he says, do he have to perform CPR on his fiance that's laying there in a pool of blood? And then he goes up and he says he couldn't get her jacket unzippered. And then all of a sudden he unzippers her jacket and says, "Oh my God, there's a knife sticking out of her chest." You didn't see that knife through the jacket? You didn't see that? The big steak knife that you hear
and
it
also
all.
bruises
Hi,
on her
Jenny. Hi,
body
everybody.
that had been somewhat healed over too.
Another thing, she had bruises on her body from previous. What's up,
Investigator
Johnny?
and
Hi,
another
Jenny.
ME were caused by two separate
What's up,
investigator
Johnny?
and
Hi,
another
Jenny.
ME were caused by two separate knives, Julie. So the thought that somebody would be knives, Julie. So the thought that somebody would be in the throes of committing suicide and change knives out does not make a lot.
More recent, they found that in her left hand, she had a white towel in her left hand. Make it make sense. How does she have a nice clean towel in her left hand?
lot of sense. In addition, she was found actually stood up, sort of
Leaning upward. He didn't even say, hello, how you doing?
up against a counter space, and it was obvious from the signs in her apartment that she was actually moved post-mortem, and there was a post-mortem wound that then other wounds in her chest area were made.
It's just impossible that somebody can unalive themselves by stabbing themselves 20 times or more. The gash on the head was this big. The one that penetrated her spine would have paralyzed her. The one that was in her chest was in her heart. She would have unalived then. It just doesn't make sense all the way around. And the lies that her fiance keeps saying, and not once in 14 years has this man made a YouTube channel, said anything, has requested help, has tried to find the person who unalived his fiance that he was trying to marry. Nothing in 14 years. And I don't know. Allegedly, I'm trying to say it right, for YouTube. This is my first time YouTube and Facebook live, but yes, there's a lot that's going on with this case.
So the whole case never really comported with any sort of suicide.
You're so right, Jen.
Do you know?
To high heaven. Direct quote from the ME who is now changing his opinion, Dr.
Hi, Rosa.
Marlon
How are you all
Osborne.
doing, David,
Let's
Melinda?
take a look at what he said. He said, since issuing the amended death certificate, I have become aware of additional information. He goes on to say, I am now aware that information exists which draws into question, for example, whether Ellen's fiance was witnessed entering the apartment before placing the 911 call on January 26th, 2011. Okay, well, that's one fact, but what about what you just mentioned, Jen? What about what we just mentioned, the stab wounds to the back? And someone is going to rule this suicide?
Hi, Renee. Hi, Rosa.
I think
How are
this
you all
is
doing
this
tonight?
Is stunning.
Welcome
Look
to
at
my
this.
live.
Here's
We're
the
just sitting here
timeline huh?
chilling.
Initially,
We're sitting here chilling. Once I get better with my lives, I will do a lot better explaining the situation. But if you don't know Ellen's case, she was my son's first grade teacher, and she was a friend of mine. I spoke to her every day, picking my son up from school. And she was a very, very sweet, kind young lady. And thank you, son.
Here goes your water, madam.
My little cup.
2 viewers on Facebook. People popping in.
Yes, come on in. Thank you.
decided to be a homicide, then changed to suicide, then now, okay, the suicide determination's been removed.
Let's go.
I'm just not sure how in the world an Emmy arrives at that second conclusion reached in April of 2011. Jen, does the family?
I just think there's a lot of higher people involved in this case, and you guys are gonna see. Hi, stay humbled. How you doing? And you're gonna see a lot is gonna come out. I'm not mentioning any names, but please watch Gavin Fish. Hi, Dominique. And he will have everything laid out for you. He just had it for over 14 years. Like I said, her fiance never once said, help me find the murderer or who unalived my fiance. Never, not once in 14 years. So that says a lot. I mean, the uncle who was called, everybody. Everyone's going to be exposed. Yes, everyone from top down, and you guys are going to be shocked. You know what I mean? Because it's your neighbor, it's your friend, it's somebody that you know, it's high-powered people. And I want to be there. I want to be there when the court starts because, like I said, I was there for me and my son. We've been there from the very beginning with this case, and we like hundreds and thousands of others want to see justice.
Think might have occurred here, or why this could have possibly been changed?
Yes, Julie, a couple more details also. Initially on that 911 call, he doesn't necessarily say she fell on a knife. He just says she fell. In other words, he makes no inference as to how she actually died. recall in this case, the whole crime scene was completely scrubbed the day
Excuse me.
after. Law enforcement gave permission for a professional cleaning crew to
How
go
about
in.
that?
And the uncle of the fiance, who is a judge, he came in and took all of the devices, unfortunately. So unfortunately, so much evidence is now contaminated.
Horrible.
But they truly believe that somebody entered and killed Ellen.
Of
And,
course.
And it
Only
seems-
evidence that they said it they did have is basically planted anyway. So let's move on.
But the family has just been not been heard for all these years, and they've been pleading and begging, and now finally.
Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg have not been heard, and Mr. Goldberg has, right? Ron, yeah, he has not even been heard of.
Finally, their cries are being heard.
Hi, everybody.
Yesterday was a pivotal day, wasn't it, Jen? When they went to court, apparently they've got a couple civil lawsuits going, and now it seems that people are starting to pay attention, aren't they?
Please, yes.
Well, yes, honestly, when I got involved in this case and they first contacted me and sent me what they had, all the evidence they had, just
She was
looking
so
at the
pretty.
autopsy and the photos and all the other evidence in terms of the door lock and the crime scene, it was
All the
unbelievable
evidence
that
taken,
this
it's
determination
just
was
horrible.
made, and it was switched.
Do you know that the parents didn't even get? They had to drive 2 hours from where they were in a snowstorm to get to where Ellen was, and by the time they got there, they had everything cleaned up.
To a homicide or to a suicide based on the fact they said that she was by herself. Typically, an ME will look at all the surrounding factors, but just to take that one factor and change it made no sense. As far as the parents, when I first spoke to them years ago, they were
Awesome.
broken. And now to see them break down in tears of joy that finally they're being understood and finally the truth is coming out.
Yes, it sure is. Jen, I'm curious if you see perhaps signs of domestic violence here. I asked that question because, as you know, there were bruises found on her body that were in various stages of healing, according to the pathology experts. And I'm just so curious if it seems to you that she might have been suffering, perhaps, setting.
Yeah, absolutely. So according to the parents, from what they could see externally, everything was okay, right? And this often happens in domestic violence. You really don't know what's going on.
Smart, huh?
It wasn't until
Smart, see?
post-mortem they discovered all these bruises. And the parents, I can tell you, are convinced that she was suffering from domestic violence.
Yes, I'm seeing here an outside pathologist who looked at the case said that various bruises on her body were consistent with a repeated beating. So now I'm wondering, Jen, do you think that somebody, a person or persons, is going to be charged here?
I think this one's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because, as I mentioned, they came in and completely wiped that crime scene with a professional crime scene cleaning crew, like a hazmat cleaning crew. So I think it makes it different.
Thank you all. Yes, thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. Mataya, thank you for the follow. Will, thank you. Maurice,
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you, Kaylee. Nakputu. Thank you, Peter. Anisha. Thank you, Elijah. For the stars.
Welcome, welcome, everyone.
Welcome. Don't worry, we're figuring it out. It will get better. Just bear with me. Make sure you turn on your notifications so when I do go live, you guys will be there to watch me and hang out with me. I'm still trying to figure out what we're gonna
I don't
do.
know how to find like the Facebook Live like dashboard on it. What the hell's going on my phone?
No.
It's bugging out.
I think my son's phone is messed up from the sauna.
Oh, not even a song, man.
There has to be all that steam.
That much. In the shower.
Wait, what are you holding in your hand? That looks delicious.
Macaroni and cheese.
Wow. That looks good.
No way, my phone's actually fucking bugging. Oh no.
No, it is. Alright, John.
Difficult, but there are initial photos that were taken that I think could be very helpful.
Sorry, y'all.
And I think
Hi, Rose. Hi,
re-interviewing
Salim.
everybody, it's certainly a possibility.
Yes, well, your advocacy and your insight has been just tremendous on this one. Thank you so much for sharing this story with us.
I'll show you. Now, Gavin Fish. I love Gavin Fish. If you haven't followed him, please do. Please go follow him. He's been, like I said, over 14 years. Definitely, I'm subscribed. But he has everything from beginning to end with Ellen Ray Greenberg. I mean, him and his fiance, they even did detailed descriptions and stuff like that.
There's a lawsuit going on that her parents have filed, and that's how.
I don't know where the most recent one is. 10 days, 3 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 day. It says about her.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Alice.
and
Hi,
welcome
Brian.
back.
Hi,
My
Brittany.
name is Gavin Fish, and this is my channel. I appreciate.
This is my first live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube and welcome to my Facebook. Yes, this is my first live, and I chose to talk about Ellen Ray Greenberg because for years I've been talking about her and her case, but you know, through the platforms, you have to take the information down. So I like to go to Gavin Fish. If you need any information, please watch his everything about Ellen Ray Greenberg. Hi, Alice.
All of those of you.
We're just sitting back. You can ask questions if you like. We can talk. We can chat. I'm all for it. Hanging out with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the stars and all that good stuff. But we're talking about Ellen Ray Greenberg. She was a 27-year-old, my son's first grade teacher. If you see the picture that's standing up there, my son is the one standing behind her, but they got the kids, you know, their faces blinked out. So yes, it's she was a friend of mine.
Who are coming back over and over again, who have subscribed to the channel, and if you are new here, you like what I do, after you've watched a little bit, please consider subscribing to the channel. That's a good way to support my efforts. Now, today we're going to dig in to a case that
Are all of you aware of this case? If not, yes, I'm definitely. We can definitely go for some coffee and talk about this. I'm not going to stop talking about the case until justice is done and served, and I'm hoping that I can get closer to that side because I want to go to the court. I want to be there. I want to be there when they call her fiance in. I want to be there. The family needs the support. It's been 14 years that she has been gone.
I found out about it has really, really bothered me, and this is the case of the murder of.
Right here, that's my son right there. And all his classmates. His Juniata Park Academy. I wonder where all the other kids are. Well, I know where Danae is. Well, excuse me. Scratch that. Nix that. No names. My bad. That's like my niece. But yes, that's my son.
Ellen Greenberg.
She was awesome
Now, notice
person.
that I say murder because I believe it is a murder, but as we get into the case, you're going to find out that a lot of people consider, well, one person considers her death a suicide, and that person really matters. And so, as we hop into this, I'm going to show you why I believe it's murder. Now, if you go over to my website, which is gavinfish.com, and click on cases, you'll find a link to the Ellen Greenberg case file page, and you will find that I've put together a whole bunch of documents Patreon. I got the. We have there's a lawsuit going on that her parents have filed, and that's how we've been able to get a lot of these. So head over. I'll put a link in the description. Head on over to the Ellen Greenberg case page over on my website, and to get up to the 6th floor balcony would definitely be a challenge. So they lived at the Venislov's apartment
On the 6th
and,
floor.
Ellen, on January 26, 2011, school was called off because of snow. And so she left early and fueled up on her way home, and she went home.
Let me fill up my gas tank in my car and go home and unalive myself. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Nothing does.
Pretty much what we know about that day. Now, where things kind of get weird here are starting, well, actually, let me back up. Ellen, just to tell you a little bit about Ellen, she was going through a little bit of a mental health crisis. Now, I only bring this up because it's important to the case later. I really admire people who have mental health crises and recognize them, and they seek professional help. And I really admire and appreciate those professionals who offer that help. And in this case, Ellen was feeling a bit of anxiety, and she had gone to see a psychiatrist. She had done 3 appointments with her psychiatrist, and she had an appointment for the 4th, the day after she died on January 26, 2011. Now, Ellen had been prescribed a couple of things. Her doctor had prescribed Zoloft and then later switched to Xanax, which both of those are anti-anxiety and anti-panic disorder kinds of drugs. And when those didn't seem to be helping her, her psychiatrist prescribed her Ambien and Klonopin. All of these are benzodiazepines, but the Ambien and Klonopin, they are designed to help her sleep. So her psychiatrist wanted her to get good rest to deal with this anxiety. Now, her mom, her parents are named Joshua and Sandra Greenberg. She had talked to her parents about this, and her mom and dad had told her, you should seek help, which she did, which I'm awfully proud of her. As a 46-year-old man that kind of feels toward her like I do a lot of my victims, like a parent, right? It's like I have this parental feeling toward Ellen and other victims that I.
Wait, so who is the lead? Oh, fiance. The fiance, he has always been. He's never spoken up, allegedly, but now that they reopened the case, we still haven't heard from him. Nobody has heard from him in over 14 years. You have to, what the fiance says, I'm going to forward it. Watch this. We're going to get to where the fiance is, and I'm going to have it pisses me off.
He broke down the door. That is his story. Okay? Sam's statement goes on to say that he and the security guard went up the elevator to the 6th floor.
Which they found out the guy at the front desk never went up to the elevator with him. Again, I don't want to keep putting what we know now. Again, I don't want to keep putting what we know now into what Gavin Fish was saying then. But
and then
it's horrible.
I guess there's so many people on internet right now.
Continuing his story, as he goes inside the apartment, he sees Ellen on the floor in a pool of her own blood. And let me show you one of the very few crime scene photos that we have here.
Oh, wait, and another thing. She was there making a fresh salad. Hi, Alicia. Cutting up a fruit salad, fruit on the side and some salad. But let me just unalive myself. It doesn't make sense.
Let's see. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Okay, so this is one of the only crime scene photos that really have leaked out. And Ellen was described as being leaned up against between the sink, which is up here, and the stove, which is over here.
My son did say it's kind of lagging. And he wasn't with the security guard. The security guard, said that he was never there. And of course, they said that Ron said that she was laying down, and the splatter, like all the splatters are different. You can see there's drips, there's splatters, there's
here, I can kind of
nothing's consistent with what he said.
The floor plan here. This floor plan is available from the website of the Venice Lofts apartment, but it is a mirror image of their actual apartment. So she was leaned up against this corner right here, and between the stove and the sink, and he calls 911 according to his statement, and 911 tells him to start CPR.
Oh, God.
He says at that point he noticed that there was a knife sticking out of her chest.
Excuse me again. Oh gosh, I'm gonna stop doing that. That's when he noticed the knife sticking out her chest. But when you hear the 911 call, he says, "I can't unzipper her jacket." Like he don't know what's wrong with her. I can't get her jacket unzippered. And then when he unzippers her jackets, that's when he spots there's a knife there. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Okay. So this is his story. 911 dispatches police and medical personnel. They pronounce her dead at about 6:40 p.m. That doesn't necessarily mean that she died at 6:40. That just means that that's when they determine the cause of death. So, okay, the next thing that happens is
Hi,
Ellen's
Stacy,
body
Leon,
is
Giselle.
taken to the medical examiner's office in the city of Philadelphia, and the following day,
Right, the amount of pain. It just, let me see, it's kind of lagging. I'm sorry that it's lagging. We got to figure it out. I'm going to get an Ethernet cord and get it fixed up. My son just ordered it for me. They also say the amount of pain that would occur from the head wounds point to being a homicide. Of course, the one in her head would have unalived her. The one in her chest was in her heart. That would have unalived her. But the one that was in her spine, that would have paralyzed her. So what happened first? How do you paralyze yourself, then unalive yourself, or unalive yourself, then paralyze yourself? It just doesn't make sense.
Before I get into that, I want to show you that... I'll just continue. Okay, so that day, On the 27th, an autopsy is performed by a doctor,
Hi, Katie.
Marlon Osborne.
Hi, Cody.
And he finds that Ellen has been
Welcome to
stabbed
my live.
20 times. Exactly 20. 2 times in the back of the head, 2 times in the back of the neck, and 10 times in the chest and torso. Now, if you don't like,
And you do that to yourself? Who in their right mind, I don't care, can do that to themselves?
this kind of thing, I suggest maybe you stop the video right now. But
Yes, if you're not into this, please look away because it's going to be graphic pictures and images.
I want to go over and show you a couple of, they're not autopsy photos. What happened is her parents had a company called BioMX create computer
Look at 3D.
models of her and what happened to her. So, but they're based on the autopsy photos. So this does show Ellen's face, it does show her body, and it shows kind of the violence that she had to
But
go
they are
through,
not real pictures. you know.
before she died. So just fair warning on this, okay? So I'm going back over the website, and I'm just going to show you, I think maybe the best photo to show you is this one right here, okay? So she had a large gash in the top of her head, a puncture wound, and then 8 puncture wounds to the back of her head and neck right here, and then 10 puncture wounds to her chest, including one that was 10 centimeters deep inside her
How?
chest.
Impossible.
And I think this probably is a good
Come on, man.
representation, so you can see how deeply that.
All to yourself. It's done all to yourself. And you're supposed to go to your grave and they tell you that your child did this to herself. And you're supposed to believe they did this to herself. Ain't no way.
That knife was embedded in her chest. Okay, so that is what Dr. Osborne finds, and Dr. Osborne then does a preliminary autopsy report.
Hi, Daryl. Hi,
Let
everybody.
me find it here.
How y'all
real
doing?
quick,
Thanks
and
for
I'm
hanging
gonna
with me.
show you. So
Thanks for
he
joining my
does this
live. I'm
preliminary
just here
autopsy report.
watching what's
finds
very important to me.
multiple stab wounds to the chest and abdomen, back of neck, incised wound on her scalp.
So many people lied. So many people lied. Let's see where I want to skip to because I just don't want to sit here and. Please subscribe to Gavin Fish. Play.
Did all of these, not multiple knives, but these are all the injuries that Ellen received.
It's hard to
And
say
he's
it.
talking about this with the police, right? He's already said, I think it's homicide, but they changed it to suicide. So let's see. All right. Question for Mr. Podraza, and again, we'll get into
It's a
a
shame.
little bit more detail as we proceed here in the examination. After that meeting with the police department and the DA,
So many corrupt
yes,
people.
I'm sorry, remind.
So many corrupt people. So the fiance's uncle, who was the judge, shows up and takes electronics the day before the march. Yes. Yes. But wait. Ellen was, they were together in the apartment. He left downstairs to go work out in the gym for 45 minutes maybe, I think. But when he's down there working out, they had one security camera. And that's the only security image that I'm still looking for. I think me and my son found it. And you can... What's up, Jay? What's up, cuz? I'm spitting. So, I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. My cousin threw me off. Yeah. So it's just a lot of corruption, a lot of cover-up, a lot of people...
Can you tell me who were the participants at the meeting with the police department and the district attorney's office? He doesn't really remember, but from other documentation, there were 2 police officers, there was an assistant DA, and there was Dr. Gulino, his boss, and himself.
All of these people.
Okay, so skipping down, prior to that meeting with respect to Ellen Greenberg case,
They had the whole thing cleaned up too. Let's say when by the time the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg, got to where Ellen's apartment is, they had it cleaned up. All the evidence was cleaned up. What's up, cuz? How you doing,
had
baby?
any similar meetings with police and or DA representatives
Hi,
to
Carlissa.
discuss the changing of the manner of death from homicide to suicide? His answer was, I spoke to the investigating officers when they requested it be changed. So
Get 'em,
he
get 'em.
just said the investigating officers asked the medical examiner's office to change the cause of death from homicide.
And meanwhile, the parents don't know none of this.
Let me go into a couple of other things that I have found, okay?
Thank you, son. My son has the link right there. Click on the link right there, and you can see when you reminded me too. Thank you. When that's what I was saying. There was only one camera where the gym, and if he was working out in the gym, you see him on his phone pacing back and forth through the windows. So why are you walking back and forth? What are you stressing about? What are you talking about? Who are you talking on the phone with if you're at the gym working out? Just doesn't make sense. But if you go on YouTube, my son has the link in the chat.
Let's see. This is, by the way, this is the toxicology report.
And mind you, that video went missing for a long time. And
the toxicology report found benzodiazepines.
Okay.
These were the drugs that Ellen
the
had
medication.
been, prescribed by Biomex Consulting. Shall we? Okay, so
Hi, Nikki. Hi, May.
this was
Hi,
earlier
everybody.
this year. And I'm just gonna kind of skip through.
I'm live on
and,
YouTube
they
too.
put in some
Like I said,
background
click on the
about,
link if you want to
Miss
see.
Greenberg and some
the
of the
video.
things that they'd gotten, and then these are the things that they had received from the lawyers: autopsy report and photographs, scene photographs, crime scene investigation reports, and then reconstructed 3D computer modeling results, and then photogrammetric.
I can't wait.
So, I guess the next place in my mind that I would go with this, I'm glad that they got this report, but when I look at these computer models and even just the photographs, well, they're computer models, but they're made by these computer photographs.
Hi, Annabella.
By autopsy photographs of all these stab wounds right here in Ms. Greenberg.
There's all them bruises.
And all of this to the back of the head. In my mind, I just don't think that it's possible that she could have killed herself. I think it's obvious that she couldn't kill herself. So
Obvious.
why would the medical examiner's
Right.
office say suicide? And going through the depositions, we find that basically it comes down to what they knew as far as the crime
What they were
scene.
told.
That, according to Mr. Goldberg, the fiancé, he was unable to get in, and it was locked from the inside by a door latch.
He did enter the elevator over 4 times.
Let me show you guys this door latch. Let me find it for you real quick. All right, bring it up for you. So this door latch right here was broken, is what they said, right? So, and let me get up here. So if we kind of come in here and take a look, yes, there are screws pulled
Such a
out of
lie.
it.
Hey, everybody.
There's no damage to the door jamb whatsoever, but it is damaged.
That whole
I
thing would've
guess,
got ripped
is
off.
Kind of their point in his story.
I mean, it's obvious if you kick a door in, either that fly off or that latch that flies over, that's going to loosen up easier and rip off. But Gavin, he's the man. He recreated all of the scenarios.
Was that he had to break in. They also, because the crime scene analysis, took a look and there were no footprints in the snow on the balcony. There was no evidence. that
Hello,
anybody
how
had
are you
come
doing,
up
Amy?
to
Hi,
their
Jeff.
6th floor
Hi, everybody.
apartment building.
Hi, Cody.
Remember, this is what it looks like to get
Look,
up to the top. So the
sixth
police
floor.
are saying there's no way anybody could have gotten up there. It was snowy. There was snow. There would have been footprints.
He wants you to believe
There
that
would have
somebody
been evidence
climbed the wall,
on the outside there.
climbed out there to
And
get up
the
there and
door
do
latch is
something to her.
broken, so I guess it makes sense that Mr. Goldberg had to break in, and so there's no other reasonable determination other than she killed herself, because there was
How are y'all
nobody
doing?
else
Thank you
in
for
the
joining my
apartment,
live.
Okay, and remember, it was Mr. Goldberg who told investigators that he had to break in and a security guard was with him, right? However, when we go to the documents, there is a declaration
Look at that.
from the security guard. I have redacted his information. What he says is, in January 2011, I was employed
Right
as
here.
a front desk
I
clerk
did not
providing security
accompany.
at the Venice Lofts Apartments.
He did not
I
accompany.
worked the afternoon and evening shift.
That's
on
awesome,
January
Amy. I'm glad you're doing
26th,
well.
and was on duty in
Where's-
2011. Had you had a similar meeting with representatives from
I just done backed it all up. Oh, man.
Took a look, and there were no footprints in the snow on the balcony. They were during the afternoon and evening. Before I learned Ms. Greenberg was dead, Samuel Goldberg, her fiance, had come to the concierge desk where I was stationed on the first floor of the apartment. Mr. Goldberg asked if I could help him get into the apartment, and I told him I could not. So everything so far
It's
that
a
Mr.
lie.
Goldberg stated has been corroborated by this person, the
It's a
security guard.
lie.
Okay, but then he says, I did not accompany or escort Mr. Goldberg up the elevator, stairs, or otherwise at any time on January 26, 2011.
He did not.
Had he been accompanied or escorted, it would have been by me. I have reviewed the videotapes taken from the facility for January 26, 2011.
I can't plug my phone in.
Activity in the first floor elevator lobby and other common areas of the
Plug it in.
facility from about 3 to 7
Hi,
p.m.
Jose.
on
Hi,
January
everybody.
26, 2011. The video confirms that neither I nor anyone else
Do not.
accompanied Mr. Goldberg to
He's
his
such a
apartment at
liar.
any time during the
Such a liar.
videotape. If I had accompanied
Ugh,
or
you get on my
escorted
nerves.
Mr. Goldberg to his apartment, I
Ugh, I
would
get
have
antsy
done it
watching
using
this.
the elevator, and it would be captured on the video. I did not see Mr. Goldberg enter the apartment at any time on January 26, 2011.
Such a
I
liar.
did not witness.
And if you hear when he speaks, you can see that, you can hear everything he's saying. It sounds like it was planned. It doesn't sound genuine. It just sounds staged. Everything.
Anything Mr. Goldberg did or did not do on the 6th floor of the facility at any time. Because
Hi,
I was not
everybody.
with him, I could not observe anything Mr. Goldberg did or did not do on the 6th floor of the facility. I do not know Mr. Goldberg entered apartment 603 at any time on January 26, 2011 because I was not with him.
He was
I
not
did
with him.
not see Ms. Greenberg's body
all
in
right here.
apartment 603 at any time.
Hi, Jill. Hi,
on
Larry. Hi,
January
Michael. Hi,
26,
everybody.
2011.
Thank you
If
for hanging with
anyone
me.
says I was with or able to observe Mr. Goldberg on the 6th
Listen.
floor when or just prior to when he claimed to enter the apartment on January 26th, they would be wrong because I was not with him or otherwise in a position to observe him, and then he signs it and certifies it. Guys, so one of the main pieces of evidence showing that she was alone
Another lie.
in the
Hi,
in the
Linda. Hi,
apartment
everybody.
is actually found not to be true now here in 2021. Let's see, he signed this
2021.
in June of 2021.
It's been 14 years.
So
And we still ain't hear from Ron. Come on, Ron. Where you at? We gotta hear from you. Come on. You're gonna have to go to court. Well, I'm going to be on live. Hi, Anthony. Anthony Anderson, what's going on? I'm not gonna stay here and do this all night with Ellen. I wanted to come on here, try out my live, test out my live. It's working. I got to figure out how to do it a little bit better. And figure out what times I want to do it. Because I want to go live and hang out with you guys. And I want to start with little titles. I have a few titles I want to do. And I want to start reading books. I know, sounds crazy, but I have little, my grandchildren back home. And I want to read books to them. Hi, Lele, if you're looking at this. I love you, Mama. Hi, Michi. I got you. I'm going to read to you. Andre, I'm going to read books to all of you. Every last one of you. And baby Brian. I got a new baby coming. New grandbaby. I'm excited. The end of March. I don't think she's going to last till March, but because she's so small. But I'm excited. You guys have any grandkids? All right, what are we going to look up now, guys? What are we going to do? What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do while we're hanging out? We can look at my stories. Because if you ain't following me, you got to follow, like, and subscribe to my channel. I don't know what I'm doing. So, y'all just going to see me. And yes, here is Gavin and his fiance recreating what would have happened. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. She didn't do it. What we gonna do? You wanna listen to some music, y'all? What about this girl? Gypsy Rose, Lord. Oh, yeah. Right now, I don't even know what to do. See? I need to. We need to talk about something.
About the death of Ellen Greenberg, the 27-year-old school teacher from...
Again, this is my son in the picture. Hi.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hey, sis. How you doing?
2011.
Thank you for
Was
watching.
killed in her
Hi,
apartment
everybody. I love y'all. I
by
miss
being
you.
Stabbed 20
Did Dad tell you that,
10 stab wounds
I'm thinking
in
about going
her
back that way?
The back of her head and neck, and 10 in her chest. And inexplicably, the medical
Disgusted every time I hear it. I love and miss you all. I can't wait to get closer.
examiner ruled her death a suicide. So in today's video, what we're going to do is, with the help of my wife, we're going to
I
see
told
if
you,
it's
look.
even possible, physically possible, for Ellen to have committed suicide by stabbing herself in the back of the neck. But before we really get into that, I want to just bring you up to speed on a couple of things. If you're new here, you can go to my
It's gonna take a
website.
while.
Let me move myself out of the way there. Let me go to the bottom corner. You can go to my website and click on the cases page, and you will find Ellen Green. See if Ellen could.
His wife is going to see if she can
stab
recreate it.
herself in the
Doesn't
back
make any
of the
sense.
head and neck. Guys, this is my wife, Kimberly. YouTube, Kimberly, YouTube.
Hi.
So,
Hi.
Kimberly and I were talking about the Ellen Greenberg case, and going through the autopsy. Ellen Greenberg was 5'7",
My size.
36 pounds. Turns out that my wife is 5'7", 136 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So we thought that she would be a good avatar for
Check
Ellen
that out.
Greenberg if we
I
were
love you,
to
sis.
recreate the
Make
wounds
sure y'all
that
follow
she
my sister,
supposedly
Keita.
made to herself, right?
Yes, that's my
Now,
sister.
We are much older than Ellen Greenberg was when she died.
She could be our daughter.
Yes.
Aww.
But Kimberly actually has a pretty good range of motion. So we kind of feel like, because of her exercise, the yoga and Pilates and stuff, that if anybody could,
That
she would do it.
flexibility is there. Yeah,
Yes.
if anybody. Yeah.
Okay, so let me,
Nothing much.
she
Nothing much. Just trying out this new live feature so I can start going live. And start my little podcast and start going live with people. so we can start healing trauma. You know what I mean? Because there's always truth in some chaos. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm watching Elijah's old teacher, the one that they said unalive yourself by stabbing herself 20 times. Well, they're going to recreate it. It's ridiculous.
Loves this, guys.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Neil. Hi, Cortez.
Over here.
Hi, Nelisha.
Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so check this out. I have printed off is a stir stick because I didn't want my wife to be stabbing herself with a knife. So I marked off the size
like the death
that Ellen Greenberg. That basically, this is the handle, and then the other side would be the blade. And the idea, love, being that
impossible.
Also, because it's a flat thing, we can put it in the right orientation, right? So that is you. I think.
Do you want to put it in the right spot, and then
and see if So okay, so let's look at. So my thought when I looked at this is
First, my soul.
over here first. I think
Yes, I think so, sis.
that it went her left to right. And
I gotta do
around
something.
to the front.
It's too lonely over here.
We're not gonna
Too
do
far
this
away. I miss you all.
Take a look at this one, which is L. It is situated between the ears, closer to there, and it's rather up and down. It's like, go ahead and grab that. But it can't
The
be
handle.
like that. It has to be like that.
And then your hand has to be on the handle.
But you're holding the blade, so with that.
Oh no, that's impossible.
Okay, and
it has to be
that's
here.
no, it's upward facing.
Impossible. And that says that she was like looking down when he did it. You know what I mean? There's no way.
You think you can stab yourself like that?
Impossible.
Okay, this, can you tell my voice? This is a huge effort.
You're really. How much pressure can you put on yourself?
Nothing.
From that angle?
None, really.
Well, and okay.
Yeah, you can stop. Does it feel? Did you really not work out this morning?
Hi, everybody.
We're a little bit sore.
Yes, I want to
so
come back.
that
I want to get closer.
That one seems okay. Now there's one kind of. So it's.
Even if it was like driving distance, you know what I mean, sis? It's too far. You know, I miss the parties, I miss birthdays, I miss everybody, I miss the faces, I miss everybody. You know what I mean? I moved out here for my children, and don't nobody want to be here.
Higher.
You know what I mean? So,
And it's more in the center of
I gotta
the
do what I
head,
gotta
so
do.
It's like about there.
Okay, getting closer will be more.
that's crazy. Well, it is 9 o'clock. So, Elijah, are you still watching? Come help me turn this off. Okay, I'm gonna end this live. I know I shouldn't have ended it so abruptly, but I wanted to try out this live and see how it worked. Communicate with you all. If you have any questions, please message me, and we can talk about anything, because I plan on opening my live up to everybody, and we can talk about whatever. Trying to heal our trauma, trying to heal our past. We are not our past. We're gonna talk about everything. Because there's a lot of things that I think that I could share too, and share with you all. I've been through a heck of a lot, and I know that if I can overcome, that you can overcome. There's nothing that you can't do. You know what I mean? And there's always lessons in something. Like, it's always a lesson to be learned. And I've been through so much, and I still don't believe how I'm here. But then when I sit back and think about it, it was meant to be. I love you, sis. Tell everybody, say hi. Where you at? You home? You gotta send me a message. Text me where you at. Where you staying at? Like the area, you know what I mean? You want some company? I'm looking all over the place. I don't know. So if y'all know where I should move, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Where should I move next? I love you guys. And you know I miss going home with half of the kids. I miss going to the pool parties and going home with like 4 extra kids. We're like, yep, Gio, Nene, everybody's coming home with me. Hi, April. Elijah. Let me get my son in here. He can help me out a bit. Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody. I gotta get a new chair. I don't know if I want a sofa in here so I can chill and hang out with y'all. Ask questions and talk about adoption. We can talk about a lot of stuff. I always went home with more kids. You should see me here, sis. I'd be like, I don't want them in my house. I don't want them. They're like, you're not the same. I'm like, it's not the same, kids. It's not my family. Boo! I'm still sitting here with this computer on. Because I don't know how to shut off the loud. Let me figure it out. Let me see. I love you all. I want you all to have a great night. Have a blessed night. Please stay tuned. I'm going to try and get on a schedule. And I'm going to try and make sure that I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That I just got to get it right. I know I'm ready for it, though. Hey, Aaron. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tom. So let's talk about it. Let's give them something to talk about. Love you guys. Have a good night.